Why hello, welcome. I am Lady Genesis, and this is the art realm of Genesis. As a recap of last week, I used this piece and colored it in the grayscale method. It turned out quite hilarious. I did not expect the outcome, but of course, if it's a mystery coloring, you're not going to really know what to expect, but it turned out pretty colorful. And I said in that previous video that I was going to use this same piece for this week, but this time I was going to use the random color palette generator to generate my colors and see how it turned out. So welcome to part 2 of my coloring challenge, if you want to put it that way. Also, I put this time lapse at the beginning of this video so you can see how the colors looked from last week, just to give a recap. If you'd like to see the full video, I will link it in the description box. There was a lot more that went into last week's video because I had to actually record with the camera above my hand to show you me drawing it on my iPad, because screen recording doesn't work on grayscale filters, which I learned. But this week I'm actually going to use screen recording for the random color palette generator version. So let's get started. So at first I picked my 2 color palettes. The first one was for the boy, so it's this one, and then the second one was for the girl, which is this palette. First step, I duplicated this art piece and then started erasing everything out to start anew. And I also fixed some of the lines that I didn't like from last week that I picked up this week when I was looking at it. Like her hair just seemed a little too flat to her head, so I just re-sketched it out and fixed it. And like if there were some lines that didn't connect right, I just reconnected them. Once I got my color palettes ready to go, it was time to start coloring. And I started with the boy first. I figured I'd use the orange. It was kind of calling me for his skin color. I figured it was as bright and cheery as he was. I honestly thought that the brown complemented his skin because it was just as warm as his skin, and that's why I chose that for his hair. Then I thought the darker color would be a good complement for the shirt. I also wanted to do like lighter colors for the ribbon, and that's why I kept that peachy color for his side ribbon on his arm. I don't know if anyone noticed, but I didn't just use the dark blue color for his shirt. I also added that teal color and sprinkled it in to make the shirt pop a little bit more. Next, it was time to bring the girl to life, and I thought that purple was a nice soft touch for her skin to start off with. I thought the brighter purple at the top of the palette would be very cute and vibrant for her hair color. So the deal for this challenge was I did have to use all the colors assigned to either person respectfully, but I felt like there was something missing and I needed one more color palette to bring it all together. Even though I don't know what it's going to be, but I needed at least one more color palette to sprinkle between both characters. So I just screen recorded me getting one more color palette to add to the mix, which is right here. And this color palette I can sprinkle between both characters because I felt like there's just too many purples going on for the girl. And trust me, I used all those colors, but yeah. And then I made a skin change for the girl because I don't know, I thought the browner color, once I came back and looked at it, would be a better choice for her skin tone. I started using those dark purples in her shirt, but I also sprinkled in that green, and I think that was the perfect choice to kind of bridge the gap and bring her to life. Also, I used that color I used for her skin originally and threw it at the bottom of her hair to kind of give it like a faded gradient kind of hair dye. I thought it was kind of cool that I lucked out and got red so I could use it for their tongue. Because yeah, it feels like it brings everything together. For the guy, I started sprinkling in that peach color in different areas, like he's gonna have a gradient on his eyes just to make them look more alive. I also did the same thing for the girl. I used the skin color to kind of fade out her eyes. I guess it gives them kind of like a glassy, alive feeling. And for the boy, I decided that I wanted to change his skin color to peach earlier, but I thought it was too drastic. And I said, no, I really want to stick with the orange. So instead, I sprinkled in the peach to kind of bring his face to life, like it has a dewy glow, like the light is hitting his face from the camera. And I think it just turned out really cute. I decided to choose green for her lipstick. I believe it was a perfect choice to match her outfit. I decided to do purple for the fingernails, but I also added in a sprig of green at the tips to tie everything in. Well, that's enough rambling out of me. I'm gonna sit back and let you enjoy the rest of the video, and I will be back towards the end. Enjoy. Well, that's going to do it for this week's episode. And which one was your favorite out of both coloring challenge pieces? I prefer the second one. I think the first one would have won if I had not shaded, but like colored the girl a little bit better. But I really do like how well thought out this second piece is. But, it's left up to interpretation. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite. As always, if you liked what you saw, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. All of this helps my tiny little channel grow, and I deeply appreciate all of it, so thank you so much. I am fiending to do another coloring challenge piece with a piece I don't think I put on the channel yet, so I think it'll be perfect for next week's episode. So definitely keep a lookout. Until then, I will see you all next week with another fun-filled episode. Love you all. Bye!